Today's a big day. We are up early and getting ready to depart for Guatemala. This is a big day because it's the last day that our boat will probably be in the United States for a long time, maybe 10 plus years, or maybe never come back. So exciting times.
Yesterday evening, when we returned to the boat after walking around Fort Jefferson, I downloaded our satellite messages and was shocked to find a message from Chris Parker telling us that a 5-day window opened, but that we needed to leave early the next morning. While we were disappointed to miss out on exploring the dry Tortugas, we were thrilled to get underway. It took us a couple of hours to prep the boat for the offshore passage. We thought we had a week to get ready, but this wasn't the case this time. All right, the schedule is set. Here it is. It's going to be taped here. Here's our forecast. Should be a relatively smooth trip, hopefully. We are all set with our water, which if we have to go into the life raft, there it is. We've got our life jackets, our go bags, our life raft. Everything is ready if we've got to jump overboard. Hopefully that won't happen. Ah, the bungee. We're getting fancy with the bungees on the handrail.
Man, what a beautiful way to start out. I think we're gonna have fish for a while.
We're having to take in our fishing lines because we have wrapped the prop on something below. We got to take it off the prop. So we're taking the fishing lines in to start and then stopping the boat. All right, we're gonna try and grab it and cut it so Brown doesn't have to get in the water. We're not sure we'll get it off the prop though, that's the only thing. Look at that. Oh, you're cutting one end thinking you can pull it. We're thinking he might have to get in the water.
Man, it's blue. A lot of blue.
Alright, it's quiet again. The prop folded, thank God. We're back underway. Well done, honey. Good job, Paul. Teamwork. It is, just for the record, 9:15 a.m. and the boys are eating sushi. Normally they don't break their fast, but I guess for Pokey they're doing it.
You want to grab the net?
Oh, it's big!
The barracuda? That's a tuna right there. Get rid of him. Sorry. No, thank you. All right, you got it. Oh, what's it?
Paul, you want to hold this one? Take a picture?
First,
Yeah, right.
Oh, man!
Time to do it right
Oh, good job!
He's jumping.
His snout is cut. I can grab the net if you...
Sorry, grab the back of the net.
Yeah, I can do that.
Right.
Okay. Ready? Go. Job, boys. One thing that's really important on an offshore passage is to constantly check weather because things change all the time.
Oh, heck yeah, we're going to show you why. So here we are on Sunday, about right now, or a little bit later. And we're up here. And here the wind picks up, thankfully. And then here we are Monday. We've got some stuff blowing through here, but we're not there yet. Tuesday, down in here. Really doesn't look that bad.
It's amazing.
We're Wednesday, looking good. Oh no, what's coming out of here? Oh no, we're into Thursday. Oh no, the Grim Reaper, it's coming around the corner. It's gonna kill us. Ah, we better be through. or we're toast.
Brown is freaking out because he thinks this massive hurricane is coming. We're not going to tell him.
Last night, I'm the one that did it. I went.
Paul's mistake.
So you see, there are multiple models. There are 4 models, and I went through each one to see how closely they were aligned. And I just happened to leave it on this GFS model.
And GFS is always like the drama king of the 4.
So Brown didn't know this, and today he jumps on and he looks at his new update and he sees this for Friday. Well, I just sat down and realized it was on that model, so I just started going through the other models, and you can see
they're totally benign. And 3 of the 4 are great, and 1 is the drama king.
So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna tell Brown this, and we're gonna leave it on one of these other benign models. And we're going to see how Brown reacts when he opens up his iPad and sees those new forecasts. He's going to go from the boat is sinking to big smile, and then maybe we'll tell him. Or maybe what we'll do is every day
we'll just swap it back
and forth without telling him. That would be more fun.
That's so weird. Where's the big hurricane?
Oh, that's coming down. Oh, that's not this model, it's the GFS. Right here, it's showing Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning.
So only 1 model shows the hurricane?
Yeah. Oh, just keep checking it.
It is 5:30 and there is no wind anywhere. And we've got a knot to half knot current against us. So we've just entered the Gulf Stream. We're hopeful that tonight we'll get some wind, and if not, it is forecasted for some wind tomorrow, but we've got to keep an average of 6 knots, and right now we're going about 4.5, but we're gonna do the best we can. There's nothing we can do. We are absolutely enjoying the flat seas though, I can tell you that.
Picture, you got it. We're gonna need a net.
Okay, I got it. Looks like a mine.
Ah,
Got him. Well done.
wow.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
My mahi is better than the tuna, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Actually tastes better?
Better sushi.
We were doing it very mild so that the mahi-ness comes out.
So just butter, garlic, lemon, lime and sauteed. Nice. Making progress. Almost done with day 1. Well, it's a little after 4 in the morning, and I just took over for Paul, who's been on since 9. He's wanting to do all the night, most of the night anyway, watch for us, which is great. Got some experience too. Just turned on radar. We've got some squalls within a nautical mile of us, so just got to keep an eye out for that. A little bit north of Cuba right now, and headed to the west coast of Cuba. Unhappy sea state with a lot of swell and wind chop. A beautiful full moon tonight. It's absolutely gorgeous. Sails are up, and we are cruising, doing well. Given the sea state, I am wearing my vest, and I'm going to tether in here. We're doing 5.2.
I think I'm going to buy the parasail.
Apparent wind is 5.9.
Now I'm going to get a boat to fit it.
We lost all the wind, so down with the sail. It's day 2, and it is 4:30 p.m. It has been a very quiet day compared to yesterday. No excitement at all, no fish, No dolphins, no whales. We have done a lot of sail changes, but they're just so little wind. We're just motoring. We've got 6 knots of wind, but it's super variable, and we're going 5.2 knots. We're about 25 miles from the western edge of Cuba, and we're hoping that once we come around that corner, we will get some wind on the beam again. In the meantime, we're enjoying a beautiful day here on the water. It is the second 4 a.m. night shift that I'm on now, and it is a rough one. We really anticipated this coming around the west part of Cuba, that things would get really, really rough, and they have. We have huge swell, probably, I don't know, 8 to 10 foot on the beam. We're making decent time. We've got 20 knots of wind. Here is the coast of Cuba that we've just passed. Now we're headed pretty much on a straight line to the waypoint, and then a right off to Guatemala.
It looks delicious.
Wow.
It's mahi-mahi, Indian style.
I'm amazed the two you can eat in this. Wow, we're really surfing now from 6.5 knots to 8.5 when we catch a big wave. It is 4 p.m. and it is my shift again. Sea state is still a little bit crazy, but it has calmed down a little bit. All right, just past the halfway mark on our way to Guatemala. Woo! So 4th morning, 4 a.m. watch, everything is going well. We are making a lot of progress. We are doing 6.5 knots, 7 knots speed over ground with 13 knots of wind apparent. It has gotten noticeably humid. Everything is wet. That is kind of gross, but that's just gonna be life here down in this area for hurricane season. We're doing 6-1, 6-4, 7-1. Our apparent wind is 9.5. So we got the bilge going off, which means we've got a full bilge, and it's mainly water. There's some oil. Not exactly sure where it's coming from, but we've had pretty big seas, and it could be anything. It is 4 o'clock and my shift again. We still have the parasailer up. We are on our final leg here into Livingston, which is where we check in for Guatemala. So it's about 150 more miles or so, and we're hoping to get there by 5 o'clock tomorrow night. Another 12 hours or so, and we should be in Livingston. Dinner in the front yard tonight. The end of the day, we've just pulled in the parasail, put out the jib, but really don't have a lot of wind. So, and it's at almost 180 degrees, so we may not be able to keep it out for the night. It's sunrise on our final morning on the ocean. Woo! Brown took my 4 a.m. shift, day 5, so I was able to sleep in, which was amazing. He also made me a frozen pumpkin latte. So this is a good morning, a really good morning. And we are just so looking forward to getting to the Rio Dulce. Right now, we are on track for an 8 o'clock arrival, but we're still motoring. We are doing 5.5 knots with 7 knots of wind. We definitely have a lot of squall action going on around us. We're heading straight into one here. Woo! At 30 knots. Woo! So good to see land after 4 days. So one thing we've got to watch here is a lot of debris in the water. We've just passed a huge log, and if we hit that log, it's floating out there. It was probably 8 to 10 feet long and as big as a telephone pole. Not good. Taking down the jack lines, put up the quarantine flag. The Q flag is up. That means passage is officially over.
Wait, au contraire, we gotta get anchored and check in. But you're right,
The hardest.
the paperwork is yet to
The
come.
paperwork might be the hardest part.
How many miles, sweetie?
I don't know yet. Probably close to 650.
It's our longest one yet. And we're not just in the Bahamas, we are in Guatemala.
We have just rounded about 3 puntas, and we can kind of see where we're going to anchor tonight. Look at Guatemala over there. Well, this is all Guatemala, but look at the mainland and how beautifully mountainous it is. Truly spectacular.
Smells good.
Oh, you don't.
Oh, you're right. You're cute.
We made it!
Can you believe it?
Yeah!
Oh, it's just amazing.
Throttles up! I think you're good. Did you feel?
Highs and lows.
Yes.
So a low was getting chased out of the dry Tortugas. Really, it would have been
That's
so
a great
nice.
point.
Wow.
You know, so we had the lows before the passage, where we're not sure if we got insurance. We're not sure where we're going to go if we don't get the right insurance, right? With all the questions around the weather,
Yeah.
we had all mentally prepared ourselves
Yes.
to be stuck in the dry Tortugas for up to, a week. And then we're making arrangements, talking to rangers about snorkeling. And then just as we get that all set, boom, the new weather update comes in. It's like, well, we're leaving in the morning. You're not going to get to do any snorkeling.
Gotta go.
And we just had all this cool information on where we're going to go. So, ironically, for me, that's the low, is we missed out on the full experience of the dry Tortugas.
What was your high?
But the high is just being at the helm. Come on, it's my happy place. So, being at the helm in anything is fun.
The highs of the trip is just where we're going. Like Guatemala is such an interesting, unknown place to me. Going up this freshwater river to a freshwater lake in the middle of the jungle to avoid hurricane season. I think another thing was having Paul on the trip. And just, another fella sailor who really wants to learn and who has a lot to teach at the same time, just the camaraderie ship that's developed, because you're on a long trip and you can talk about a lot of things because, heck, there's nothing else to do. The negatives, I think, was just having to cut the stupid engines on. Or engines are leaking a little oil. I just don't trust them fully, and just having to deal with that and just burning fuel. I can't wait for the rest of the trip to just unfold.
Let's start with the lows. Get the lows out of the way. We had a lot of wind chop, and I just don't dig the wind chop because it just makes the boat constantly move in directions that you just don't think it's going to. So that was I think probably my biggest low. My highs were the animal life, thousands of dolphins, catching and pulling in my first mahi ever, catching the skipjack tuna, and then another mahi, the barracuda. Like that first day was amazing. So I think animal life was probably my biggest high, and just not having to do night shift, having Paul there was just getting that sleep, or just not having to be out when it's pitch black and I just hate the night shift. So having him on board was amazing. Those are my highs. I'm happy that we're here. I'm so happy that we are stopped and the boat is not in motion, that the anchorage is super calm, and I'm excited for what tomorrow has to bring. So many unknowns. Coming into a country that you've never been to just creates a little bit of, I don't know, there's just a little bit of tension, a little bit of angst, because you're not sure where to drop your anchor, where to put your dinghy in. Is it safe? Is it, you know, where do you go for customs? All of those questions in your mind about what you have to do to get cleared in. And all of that is really fun at the same time because it's a new adventure. So tomorrow that awaits us, and we'll look forward to that first thing.
And we have just begun on this journey. Watch how this unfolds. We're going to be going to some interesting places not many people go to, doing some really cool things. Even if you never make it here, you can see us do it, and we want you to come along for the ride. We appreciate you guys. We love you, don't we, sweetie?
Yes, we do.
And stay tuned till next week.
All of them.